Hi, so we are about to start our Sun Prints program. So I'm going to include this frame. Now, it won't look like this when you get it. So what I'm going to do is take the photo paper. So it's like photo responsive paper, and I have to keep it in this black bag because once it's exposed to sunlight, within the first like 2 minutes, it says 2 minutes, but it's really a few seconds, it starts to react and create shadows based on what's in front of it. So what I'm going to do is in here, I'm going to put it in the frame, and I'm going to put a couple of sheets of paper in front of the paper, and it will look blue, so you'll know that that's the sun paper. And then I'm gonna put maybe a couple sheets behind it. And that way they will stay nice and flat in the frame and it will be protected. So keep your kit closed until you're going to work on it. You'll want to gather some flowers, some ferns, make really nice lines. You can clearly see the outline of it. You'll want to find a sunny spot and make sure. So I was using a like a little tripod. You want to make sure that it's not going to cast a shadow of anything else. Your tripod, anything. I mean, I guess you wouldn't be using a tripod, but you never know. So anyway, anything that's going to be your shadow. So you just want to think about that because it works extremely quickly and it's very sensitive. Pressed flowers would work beautifully. So if you have pressed flowers, or you can take the time, this video will stay on YouTube for, I don't know, I haven't taken one down yet in all the months that I've done them. So don't worry about time. You can take the time to dry some flowers if you want, whatever. So this is like for you to do and for you to enjoy, think it through. And so get your materials, get your thoughts, and we'll go to the next step. This frame, I'll flip this over. I have an assortment of flowers. Here, I found that ferns look very nice. They create a nice profile. Here. So you'll want to get this photo paper is extremely responsive. So you will want to get this idea in your layout ahead of time, because once you expose this paper to any kind of sunlight, even on a cloudy day, it will start to react. So you have a very quick amount of time that you have to do this in. In fact, if you put it in direct sunlight, it'll only take 2 to 5 minutes. You can use it on a cloudy day. It will take 5 to 20 minutes depending on how cloudy it is, but it will not react indoors. So I'm gonna do this really quickly. I'm gonna lay out my paper. And I'm going to lay this out. And also quickly, I'm going to move my display here because I don't want the shadow of my stand to show up. So I'm going to do this really quickly. Because like I said, 2 to 5 minutes in direct sunlight, that does not give you a lot of time. Yep, you can already see it. So I'm going to smash my glass down on here as nicely as I can. And I'm going to move my stand. And here we go. Okay, so now you can see all of the blue in my paper has come out, and it is white, and that means that it has done being exposed. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rinse this in water for 1 to 5 minutes. So you'll want to take your materials and then go to a sink. Okay, so I have right here a tray, and I am going to put my paper in it. This is going to work perfectly. And I'm just gonna run some water on here gently. Okay, so you can already see what's happening is that the paper is changing color, the part that was exposed. So it's actually going to flip-flop, and the parts that were that are blue, the flower shapes, are going to turn white, and the white background is going to turn blue. So we'll just wait 5 minutes for that, and then we'll come back. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, so I'm going to dump this water. And this is my seed sprouting tray, so I'm actually going to just take this, put it in here to dry. So it will actually not look like your finished product until it's absolutely dry and all the water evaporates from the paper. So, you know, that might take a while, a few hours. So when that's done, we'll come back and take another look. Okay, so here is mine done. You can see it's still a little damp. If you can see, I don't know if you can see the difference here, but see how this is like a darker blue and this is more like a teal. So this is the more dried part. So when it all dries, it will still look a little different. You can see my flowers, and I'm like, meh, it's okay. I could have done a better job, but it is really cool the way that this paper responds. So I would just say when you're doing this, you know, take your time. Think about like flowers, ferns, pick things, maybe even like dry them flat so that you'll get a nice, like an outline. Just take your time and have fun doing it, because once you expose it to sun, it happens really quickly. So this is obviously still damp, but I could put it in my frame. I'm getting my frame ready. I could put it in my frame. It might be slightly long, so you could trim the ends, trim which part you like. I'm just gonna flip it over, and then you can have your nice picture. You can see that. I don't know if you can see it with the glare and everything. So this would make a nice little artwork. I bought this photo responsive paper on Amazon. It was not that expensive. And I bought the frames from Dollar Tree. They were actually, I believe, let's see. These just say photo frames. They had ones called document frames, which I think were the larger. Sometimes you won't see 8 by 10. But I like to try to do things that are affordable for us so that we can include a frame. So if you wanted to repeat this on your own, it would not be very hard or expensive at all. So I hope you like it, and you guys are usually a lot more talented than I do, and when you share your pictures with me, I'm usually amazed. So yeah, feel free to share some your photos and your, you know, and your comments and your feedback, and that would be FLREF, REF, at farmingtonlibraries.org, and I can't wait to hear from you and see how you did. Thanks, hope to see you next time.